At the next intersection, turn right.
Hello one and all, my name is Mark and welcome back to the Racing Games channel. Open world racers have become more popular over the past 20 years thanks to the stunning locations and limitless possibilities we have whilst exploring. There is nothing better than driving past beautiful scenery and speeding down fun inventive tracks when diving into a racing game. From Burnout Paradise to even Grand Theft Auto, many racing fans prefer these games over sim racing. With new gen introducing more enhanced graphics, developers could capitalise on this by designing gorgeous maps for gamers to race around for years to come. But what makes them so good? Well, here's what I think. Open world races are defined by their map sizes. From rocky mountains to sleek winding streets, a successful open world game gives the drivers everything they could ever possibly want and so much more. Forza Horizon 4 is based around Edinburgh and its surrounding areas. Players can race to the top of Arthur's Seat, speed along Princes Street, or even chase the Flying Scotsman along the world famous Glenfinnan Viaduct. For our regular viewers, I am indeed now 3 for 0 for Flying Scotsman references. Test Drive Unlimited occupies an entire Hawaiian island, with Oahu playing host to the action. This map is vast, approximately 600 square miles to be more precise. To put that in context, that's 21.5 times bigger than Forza Horizon 4's UK map. Yes, 21.5 times bigger. If you think that's big, Test Drive Unlimited 2 takes place on both Oahu and Ibiza, meaning a total map size of approximately 820 square miles, a whopping 30 times bigger than Forza Horizon 4. Now at this point in my original script, I was going to talk about the vast state of San Andreas in Grand Theft Auto 5, throwing in such phrases as one of the biggest maps seen in video game history. However, a bit of research shows the map is only a measly 49 square miles, so I think I'll just leave that one out. Having a map with limitless possibilities is what creates a good open world game. Going too big can affect the realism of the world, such as the scaled down USA in The Crew 2. Sometimes, however, like with Forza Horizon 4, it works to their advantage. Checking out what each section of the world has to offer is a very addictive quality of these games. Having too much or too little to do can affect the experience a player has. Forza Horizon 5 will build on this principle, with a map 50% larger than Horizon 4's, a new dynamic weather system, and various biomes across the map, meaning players should never run out of ways to both explore and enjoy the game. When hopping into your chosen open world title, being able to have complete control over what cars you can explore the world in is a massive bonus. Whether you want to be speeding down a winding slope in a real-life supercar, or causing mayhem in any of the Burnout Paradise custom vehicles, having an exciting amount of variety is essential for an open-world racing game. This is an area where Grand Theft Auto really stands out. At the time of recording, GTA Online features 699 separate controllable vehicles, with more added with each and every update. With the range of customization also available for each vehicle, players have a long list of ways to customize their cars to their choosing. Until recently, the only way to really show off your vehicles in the game was by either inviting the entire lobby to your garage or risking venturing to a car park somewhere on the map for an impromptu car meet, only to have the whole thing ruined by yet another tryhard on an Oppressor Mark II. This summer's introduction of the LS car meet has now solved that problem, finally giving players a safe haven in which to show off their cars. Okay, I went off on a bit of a tangent there, but my point is being able to cruise along the Great Ocean Highway down the west coast of San Andreas in a vehicle of your choosing is exactly what makes that gaming experience so special. If you care about the cars more than the world, then the developers must give you free will when choosing what to drive in. This heightens the experience of an open world game and improves the game tenfold. When building an open world game, developers want the map to feel as realistic as possible. This is why the vehicle rosters are so extensive nowadays. Plus, games like Forza Horizon 5 generate hype from the vehicle announcements alone, with players excited to see which of their favourite cars they will be able to explore Mexico in. It certainly works. As technology progresses, these open worlds feel more and more realistic, with NPC cars being as much a part of the world nowadays as buildings, trees and mountains. If any vehicles are missed out at launch, then DLC can also come into play, with developers gaining feedback from players in order to add in vehicles the fanbase want the most.
Yeah, well you can get it. Yeah, you can get it.
So I've already talked about map sizes and customization of vehicles, so let's smash both of those together and talk numbers. The cruise map has 5 regions, 6 main cities, over 30 smaller towns, and at a total map size of 2,000 square miles, it takes 45 minutes to drive from coast to coast. That's in real time, by the way. When released in 2018, most of the praise for the game was directed at the map design. Fuel, another open world racing game, has a total map size of 5,560 square miles. This is chump change though when compared to other open world genres. Microsoft Flight Simulator, for example, has a map size of 196,940,000 square miles. This is a slight cheat, however, as the game uses real satellite data to procedurally generate the world around the player. It is based on the Earth after all, so why not use real data to build the map? If it makes you feel better, just know that out of the total square mileage, only 57,510,000 square miles of that is land and therefore drivable. That would still make a pretty epic race though. Imagine the Paris-Dakar rally, but instead travelling the length and breadth of the entire globe. Better yet, imagine taking off from Heathrow and doing a full circuit of the globe with your friends. Considering Microsoft Flight Simulator has a multiplayer mode, this might still be on the cards.
Overspeed, 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 overspeed.
Games are not just limited by the size of the Earth though. Elite Dangerous has a map size of 13.8 million cubic light years. No Man's Sky has a possible 18 quintillion planets to explore. Now just imagine a race starting from one end of the universe, travelling from galaxy to galaxy, and finishing at the other end of reality. That really is an endless possibility. Suddenly, Need for Speed The Run seems very, very small in comparison. For the record, Star Citizen has a world size of 154 quadrillion cubic miles. These numbers are getting really crazy now, so let's head to the final corner before my head explodes.
Drive through any gas station for a quick boost refill. Gas stations are added to your map when you find them.
Open world racing games open the possibilities to players in ways never seen before. It wasn't just about the racing anymore. Players could instead take their time to explore maps rather than just head from track to track. For the first time, racers were able to find their own secrets on circuits, gaining advantages in ways they hadn't previously been able to. This made racing more personal, with every player learning their own tricks to master each and every race. Outside of the actual racing, having an open world meant populating each game with more vehicles to make the world feel more realistic. Vehicle rosters get larger and larger with each new release as developers scramble to make their game the most immersive on the market. Being able to show off your cars both on and off a racing circuit can heighten your experience with a game, as you no longer feel railroaded into specific scenarios, instead being able to pick and choose which events you participate in order to progress the game. I was terrible at the time trials in Test Drive Unlimited, but I loved doing the vehicle transport challenges. Having this choice allowed me to progress through the levels still without being stuck unable to progress. At least that was the case until I ran out of transport missions to do.
Go!
This certainly doesn't mean the end of track-based racing games. F1 2021 proves that sticking to the track can still be a fun experience, and Gran Turismo will be continuing that trend next year when Gran Turismo 7 is released. Both types of game can still exist side by side. Some franchises work best as open world games, such as Forza Horizon and Grand Theft Auto, whereas others work better on closed tracks, such as Gran Turismo and Dirt. Ultimately, it falls to player choice as to which they go with. Personally, I prefer open world in all games I play, but I can also see the merits in the opposite. Some of you may agree with me, some of you might think I'm crazy, but just like the customization in open world games, we can all do as we like. So with that, thank you all for watching. I've been Mark from Racing Games. Please check out the link to the article this video was inspired by down in the description below, and now I'm off to fly from one side of Star Citizen's universe to the other. By my calculations, I'll see you all in a year.
Raised.
Thank you for your passion.